Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zakia and I am the creator behind Y.O.L.O.Mommie, and I'm so excited because today is my very first YouTube video and I wanted to share with you all how I created this spooky tumbler using the glitter epoxy method. All of the materials used in this video can be found in the description below. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments what type of videos you'd like to see on this channel. Hope you like this video. So if you all are ready, let's get into it. You want to start with a fully prepped and sanded cup. I am using a 12-ounce tumbler that I sprayed with Rustoleum, Rustic Orange, and I will be using a glitter color Zoinks by Peachy Olive Glitters. We will be using the epoxy method to glitter. I have mixed about 5 milliliters of epoxy that I am applying to my cup. Although I mixed about 5 milliliters, I probably will only use about 1 milliliter of the epoxy. You want to get the epoxy nice and thin all over the cup. If you notice that if you are having problems with the glitter clumping or sliding on the cup, you're probably using too much epoxy. Now that you have your cup fully epoxy, it's time to make that cup shine. I have chosen the Zoinks glitter by Peachy Olive Glitters. This is a chunky glitter, so since we're only using one color glitter on this particular cup, you don't have to be careful about where the glitter goes on the cup. You can just let the glitter go wherever and however all over. We want to make sure that all of the spots are colored in with glitter. We want to have enough glitter on the cup so that we have full coverage. Once you have all of your glitter applied to the cup, you'll notice that because this is a chunky glitter, you'll have a lot of little shards of glitter sticking out throughout the cup. To get rid of that, I usually just take a piece of parchment paper and I kind of just wrap it around the cup. As you'll see here in the video, I kind of just wrap it around and kind of just squeeze it tight together to get rid of those sharp pieces. You don't have to use a big piece of parchment paper like the one that I'm using. Normally what I just do is I just take a smaller piece of parchment paper and I kind of just dab around the cup, getting all of the little pieces pat it down on the cup. So that's what I normally do, but you'll see me here in the video just kind of patting down some of those extra pieces throughout the cup. We want to try to get it laid down so when we epoxy the cup, we don't have all of those tiny little pieces that we have to deal with sticking out of. After your glitter is applied and you've pat down all of the little pieces on the cup, you just want to put your cup in a nice safe place where it can dry for about 2 to 3 hours. Now it's time to epoxy. I have prepared 25 milliliters of epoxy for this cup. You want to get the epoxy on nice and even, paying close attention to the top rim and the bottom of the cup. There's no particular way to epoxy. It's no right or wrong way. You just want to get it on there nice and smooth. Once you have your cup fully epoxy, you're probably looking at the cup like you don't have, like it doesn't have enough epoxy on it, but trust me, you have enough epoxy on your cup. At this point, you just want to take your torch and kind of just go around the cup and pop any air bubbles that you see. Let your cup spin on the spinner for about 4 to 6 hours, depending on the epoxy that you use. I'm using a quick coat epoxy so it takes less time to dry. If you notice that after your first coat of epoxy, your cup still isn't smooth, just go right back into epoxy in it again. Just apply another coat of epoxy. And if after that one has dried and it's still not smooth, just go right back in with another coat. The goal here is to get the cup smooth and covered so it can be ready for sanding. Now my cup is ready to be sanded. I ended up epoxying this cup 2 times before sanding. I'm using a 60 grit sanding block and I'm just going around the cup just making sure that I'm getting all of the little shards that's still kind of poking out of the cup. I'm just going to go around it with my sanding block. The bottom of the cup tends to get a little bumpy, so you want to give that some extra love. Just go around the bottom and sand lightly around the bottom, making sure you don't sand too far down. You don't want to scratch your glitter. Make sure you sand down the rim of the cup also. You want to sand down enough to give the epoxy something to adhere to after you have sand. After all the sanding is complete, I just rinse my cup with dish soap and water and dry it with a paper towel. Now we're ready to add the decal. I purchased this decal from a shop on Etsy. I'll have the shop link below. The decal originally comes in two parts. It comes with an overlay and the color portion of the decal on top. So what you'll see me doing here is just layering the decal before I place it on the cup. The decal came in two parts. You'll see me here just layering on the top portion or the color portion of the decal onto the background or the outline of the decal. It's no easy way to explain how to actually just line this up. I just say you just have to practice. It gets easier once you've done it a couple of times. You just want to just do your best in lining this up. I still am not that great at it, but you just have to practice and just line it up as best you can. I'm going to place my decal on my cup right now. You'll see me place my cup on this styrofoam pool noodle doohickey that I made out of two pool noodles. You just want to line up your decal to the location on the cup where you like to place it. I usually just try to put mine in the center. That's my personal preference. You can put yours wherever you like. I usually just start kind of in the middle. I kind of bend the transfer tape down and just kind of squeegee it out on both sides. Just pressing down firmly on the cup to make sure that my decal is adhered to the cup. So once I go to remove the transfer tape, my decal doesn't come up with the transfer tape. I printed out some extra bats to just add some pizzazz and just to spoof up my cup a little bit. The bats originally came with the decal. I just cut them out, just made more of them in different sizes on my Cricut. If you like to see how I accomplished that, you can just let me know in the comments down below. I'm just hand placing these small bats on here. I didn't want to add them to the decal when I originally layered the decal on. I wanted to hand place them each on because I didn't know what size went inside of which bat. So I got all of my decals on and my cup was looking all good. It was time to add the final coats of epoxy. I ended up mixing about 25 to 30 milliliters of epoxy and applying it to my tumbler. I left my tumbler on the spinner for about 6 to 8 hours. I ended up adding 2 final coats of epoxy to this cup. After that, my cup was shiny and looking all good. I'm just loving the way that this turned out. The colors are shiny and popping. It's just screaming Halloween spooky time. If you like this video and you want to see more videos just like it, please like and subscribe to my channel below. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Hope to see you back here soon. Thanks for watching.